What's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of my R&B review. Y'all want to be showing the video? There's Coogee in the building, Shout out
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's good to see y'all again.
to him. All right, the album I'm about to do tonight is Prince's. What studio album is this? I think either his 12th official studio album, Batman, released in 1989 on Warner Brothers. Um, yeah, of course, judging by the title, it's a soundtrack to the Batman. This is actually his 11th studio album. Sorry, this is actually the soundtrack to the Batman movie that came out in '89. And shit like that. So dope movie, by the way. I need to get my hands on that movie. Very grimy and all that bullshit. Singles I was known for are Bat Dance, Party Man, The Arms of Orion, Scandalous, fuck, and The Future. Alright. So producers are Prince, of course. Um, personnel are Prince. He does like the vocals and various instruments. Eric leads on saxophone, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this was actually I think he was actually the last Revolution member to leave Prince at this time. So if I'm not mistaken, Atlanta Bliss on trumpet, Sounds of Blackness on the choir. That's only on the first song. Sounds of Blackness, they're like a gospel group, kind of like a gospel hip hop kind of group. Um, Sheena Easton, she does a guest appearance. She's the only guest appearance on this album. Sheena Easton, I mentioned her on the Sign of the Times review. They did a song. They did a song. You Got the Look. Pretty dope song. Um, and Claire Fisher, of course, engineer. She's at the orchestration on The Future, which is the first track, by the way. Okay, so year was 1988. Prince was going to come out with his album. From what I looked up, he was going to come out with the Rave Unto Love Fantastic. I can't really get the name right on top of my head. The Rave album, but it's different than the album that was released in 1999. Because he thought of this all the way back in '88, and it was supposed to come out after Love Sexy. But I figured he scrapped it last minute. I don't know why he scrapped it. I think because he probably thought it wasn't that good. But and also around this time, he was getting he had some financial problems after the Love Sexy tour because the Love Sexy tour, it was like these extravagant sets, like it was trampolines on the stage. His wardrobe was crazy at the time, basketball hoops and everything. So yeah, so Tim Burton, who was working on the Batman movie, he approached Prince to do a Batman album. But what many people did not never knew was this album was originally supposed to be a collab between him and Michael Jackson, and it was supposed to split like two. It was supposed to split in half. Michael Jackson portraying the role of Batman, and Prince as the Joker. But Michael at that time, I think he was still doing the Bad tour, or he was finishing up the Bad tour at that time. He didn't have he did not have that much time to record and shit like that. So Prince did the whole album, and I believe only 5 songs actually appeared in the movie, and those are "The Future," "Electric Chair," "Scandalous," "Party Man," and "Vicky Waiting." And also, what's also interesting about this album was because out of all his albums that was released, this is one of the few, this album like you cannot find any of the songs on any compilation albums like the hits and the B sides, that bullshit compilation, the very best of Prince that came out in '01. Yeah, and there's a reason behind that. They weren't really able to clear like the ownership from the Batman franchise, and so Prince had to agree to sign the publishing rights to the songs over to Warner Brothers and shit. And so that's why like it has not appeared in any compilations, but the B sides from the album, like 200 Balloons, Fill You Up, and I Love You and Me, those has appeared, of course, in the hits and the B sides. So yeah. What else about this album? I'm forgetting. And what's also interesting I love about this album, he uses samples from the movie and he reworked some of the songs so it can like really fit it. So I kind of felt that was dope because some of the songs he was working on, he worked on, but he left it in his vault, and so basically that's why like a lot of people kind of say that this album was kind of rushed, which I'm gonna get into that after my review is over. So stay tuned for that. But let me get started with the song. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. So real quick, let me start. So that's what happens when you buy this stuff from Amazon. You don't know what condition it might be in. But I'm trying to get the booklet out, but this thing is stuck.
Take time, take time.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So this is the,
Is it supposed to be right?
yeah, I got it like this. It's all good. I only can't. I listen to the music anyway. So this is the album right here, the album cover. Um, very dope. It just has the Batman logo, kind of sensible tone. Then you have the Batman, like you have Michael Keaton as Batman right there. Dope actor, and of course you have like the Joker right here. Who played the Joker again? Let me see. Jack Nicholson. Nicholson. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, so don't judge me. Of course, Joker, Gotham City right here. Lyrics. I miss when the artists used to put lyrics in the booklet. Then you have Kim Basinger's character, Vicky. Um, I'm gonna get into her in a minute. Like, this movie was just so dope. This is like the best Batman movie. One of the best.
I hope this is the issue.
Okay. 9 songs. You guys know I'm gonna go. Track number one is The Future. Um, Nice way to start off the whole album. It has a very dope, like classical kind of funky sound. Um, what was interesting about that track was because Claire Fisher, the engineer, she sampled the strings from the song Crystal Ball, which is, you guys should know, the original. I can. It was.
About me. Bye, bye.
Stop.
I love you.
Stop. They're being petty right now, but okay. Cristobal was supposed to be the original album. That was the original Sign of the Times, if you guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, so they sampled some of the strings from that, and Sounds of Blackness. They came, added like a choir to the song. What I got from the song is basically that you can't know what's gonna happen in the future. Just be prepared and be cautioned about what's gonna happen and shit like that. So nice, that's a dope song. Track number two, Electric Chair. My favorite song off this whole album. Um, it's a very funky, heavy metal kind of song. And one thing I love about the song was the energy Prince had. Like some of the lyrics, like "I saw your friend first. That's who I danced with all the time. I was watching you." I was like, Who the hell starts off a song like that? Like that right there will make anybody just listen to that song like right away. What else about that song? Oh, and if you guys have not checked out the performance he did on Saturday Night Live's 10th anniversary, wait, oh no, it was a 15th anniversary special. Um, dope performance. It was actually the first live performance to feature Michael B on drums and Kenny Dolfer on saxophone. So yeah. Next song, Arms of Orion, featuring Sheena Easton. Um, that song was okay. I mean, a lot of people love that song, but I like it, but I don't like it as much as his diehard fans love it, if you know what I mean. Basically, that song's talking about like two lovers apart, how you love somebody, but they're like in this like long distance relationship, but you keep yearning for that person, if you know what I'm saying. I heard that was a favorite of Michael Easton, and the reason why the song is called "The Arms of Orion" is because Prince is a Gemini and Sheena Easton is a Taurus. We're not. I'm sorry. That's a favorite of Sheena Easton. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. It's been a long day. But Prince is like a Gemini, and Sheena Easton is a Taurus, and basically the constellation of Orion is placed between the Gemini and the Taurus. So yeah, so that's pretty dope way of putting it out there. Track number 4, Party Man. Um, that and Bat Dance took me a while to really get into. And reason why, because like I'm gonna get most of, I'm gonna say a lot of my reaction to the song after this review. I'm just gonna say after my review, but Party Man, that's like a very funky song. Um, very funky song, pretty enjoyable and shit like that. Vicky Waiting is the next song. Interesting trivia about that song. It was originally supposed to be called Anna Waiting because he was working on this song. Of course, you guys should know he was working on this song before the Batman, and I think Tim Burton wanted him to name it Vicky Waiting because to fit the character name, Vicky character name and shit. Vicky Waiting, but that's still a dope song. Nice song right there. And I forgot to mention this earlier in the review. They actually were originally going to use 1999 and Baby I'm a Star on the Batman film, but that's and Baby I'm a Star. Um, from what I looked up, that was supposed to play when they were playing Vicky with the scene when they were playing Vicky Waiting. That was the scene they were supposed to play Baby I'm a Star because I think like if you listen to wait, was it that song? Because like if you really listen to that song, it has like and it has similar sounds and stuff like that. So that's why like if you listen to it, you'll be like, okay, it kind of sounds similar. So next song, Trust. Trust. What I got from that song is kind of saying like, trust God, but don't lay your trust on a villain and shit like that. He kind of goes like really deep into the lyrics. This was I'm tripping right now. I'm tripping. This was a song that was originally supposed to be um okay. I got kind of the songs mixed up, but I'm sorry about that. But he had to do something. This was the original song that was supposed to be in the movie. They were supposed to put "Baby I'm a Star" in the movie. Um, but what had happened was he wanted to do the whole album. He wanted to rework some stuff, and so that's why they came out with Trust. And ironically, if you want to be technical, the original song that Prince wanted to put in place of the scene where Joker was in with the toxic balloons, he wanted to put the B side 200 balloons. I will get into that song when I do the hits and B side review. That's gonna be like probably around the summertime. I'll do that review, so stay tuned for that one. Um, but that's when Trust came out, so that's why it has the same feel as Baby I'm a Star and shit like that. Lemon Crush is the next song. That song is kind of a confusing song, but it's because like for those of you who don't know, Lemon Crush, it has something to do with like lesbians and stuff like that. For those of you who don't know what a lemon crush is, it's like it has something to do with a lesbian. It's like when you have like basically have a crush on a lesbian, but a lot of people kind of say it's talking about love that's being bittersweet. But other than that, Lemon Crush not really one of my favorites off the album. Then we have Scandalous. Whew. Definitely my second favorite song off this whole album. Like this song has heavily been compared to Insatiable for the Diamonds and Pearl album. Another dope song, but I love that song, but I was re-listening to this. I was re-listening to this song, and this song just has more soul, and it definitely fits the album. Like that's basically the song you listen to. That's basically the song you listen to and shit, and that's basically the song like you listen to, and you're like driving like late at night and shit like that, and you just in the mood for some pussy and shit, or making love, however you wanna, whatever you guys do. But I'm getting way off topic right now. Interesting track. Speaking of Kim Basinger, Prince put out when he put out the 12-inch of the single. It's like an EP, and the EP has like some bonus tracks, you know. And Kim Basinger, she did her part on the EP. So if I find some tracks, I'm gonna definitely post it on the description link. And the last song off his album, Bat Dance, which basically it takes samples from the movie and adds like a really funky beat to it. But I prefer the Big Daddy Kane remix he did. Um, dope remix right there. That was when Kane was at his prime, basically. And I'm definitely gonna do some reviews off this album. Definitely coming soon. I need to do reviews off this album. So okay. Oh boy. Okay. So all in all, this is not one of his best works, but it's probably one of his most enjoyable albums because when people talk about this album, people always say, "Oh, this album is too pop, it's too this, too that." I definitely agree with that. I agree it was kind of a bit more polished, but not in the same sense as what I thought about Love Sexy. If you guys want to know about my views on that album, just go on that channel, type it up, you know. This album did have some dark material, but at the same time, I'm gonna let it slide because he fit that into the movie because Batman is not happy roses and shit like that. So that I love the fact that he definitely fit it into the movie. Um, what else about this album? Oh yeah, I felt like the singles Party Man and Bat Dance. I felt like it took me a while to really get into those songs and this album. And I don't know, I just felt when I first heard it, I felt it was kind of silly and shit like that. I felt it was kind of silly, but now we listening to it, you know, I do have a special place like in my love for this this album and the artist and shit like that. So this is a very good album right here. Very good album. It's not a classic. I would not call it a classic. I would most definitely call it an underrated masterpiece. But not even a masterpiece, just an underrated album. And yeah, but one thing for sure, I love this album more than Graffiti Bridge and a lot of more of his post Golden Age stuff. So stay tuned for my review for Graffiti Bridge. I'm gonna do that possibly in a couple of weeks. All in all, peace.